Today we'd like to talk about singing bowl, because singing bowl, so many people like singing bowl. And I think that is the first instrument people access or people get from so-called sound therapy. Before we talk about singing bowl, please subscribe our channel and give a thumbs up and leave any comments, because I know many people got experience about singing bowl. Yes, singing bowl.
Oh, well, yeah, I've had a bit of experience with singing bowl, but actually not as much as some people, that's for sure, yeah. But normally you ask me, of course, so what's your question about singing bowls? I mean, it's an enormous subject. So what would you like to talk about?
I know why people like singing bowl, because singing bowl, it sounds quiet and gentle, and people can easily go to the flow, the kind of like, I don't think it's a drone, but kind of meditative state of mind, you see? Compared to like drum, like other instruments, many instruments, the singing bowl is a very good tool. That's why in yoga studio, in the meditation, many teachers use the singing bowl as a simple instrument to guide people.
Well, let's just think a moment about what singing bowls are. Mm-hmm. They're actually bells turned up. That's where they come, bells.
No, it's a bowl for
it's a
Asian bowl.
But actually, that's the family group of instruments they come from. Mm-hmm. They're made
bells
generally with the same kind of metal materials as bells, and they don't have the striker inside them, but we use strikers outside, or we rim them. Mm-hmm. So that there's these two different methods of playing them, and they come in very many sizes, from very small to very large. Mm-hmm. And I think that the appeal of them is for people who find them kind of on the surface. There's a surface appeal to them, which the sound of them is kind of very relaxing.
Yeah, very relaxing.
They're very relaxing.
Kind of sweet,
and they're kind of sweet sounding. Yeah. They're not imposing.
Crystal-like.
They're not imposing or immersive in the way that gongs are. No. They don't kind of hug. Gongs are like this enormous hug, whereas the singing bowls kind of tiptoe towards you, I think, so that you're less likely to get that "ooh, it's not for me" kind of reaction that you get with the gong sometimes, because some people will get a bit anxious about the sound being so powerful. The singing bowls perhaps are no less powerful, but they kind of, on the surface at least, they're very relaxing. Mm-hmm. I think that many sound therapists, or some sound therapists, really have very deep relationships with their singing bowls, and they use them with intention very, very powerfully. Mm-hmm. And they have this belief system that a particular bowl is a very powerful, acting on a particular chakra, for example. And this way, I think this combination of them being kind of a relaxing, they instantly put you at their ease, combined with the sound practitioner's powerful intentions, with particular singing bowls in a sound therapy practice, is a really good combination, really. The sound of them is not only relaxing, but I often use this distinction between the gong and the singing bowl sound as being the singing bowl sound is very focused. It's like a white light, whereas the gong is like a sonic bouquet of colours.
Of the sound.
It's very focused, and I think the sound therapists like this. They work with the singing bowl. They're the other thing with singing bowls is that they're very portable. You can move around. We don't just have to put them on the floor on a nice cushion. You can walk around with them in at least up to quite large ones in your hand, and you can place them around and even on the body. And I think that even if you've got singing, have you experienced this? I know you have. Singing bowls, not just around, but on the body. It's actually not that intrusive a thing to do. It's actually very, it doesn't feel as though you're being invaded by this kind of stuff. It's kind of quite relaxing in itself, isn't it?
For the listener point of view, is singing bowl is, the sound is lighter, sweeter, light, sweet, and the crystal, I think it's kind of crystallized, very smoothing, relaxing, and easy to go with, very friendly, right?
Now,
and for the player point of view, singing bowl is cheaper, much cheaper than gold, smaller, easy to carry, and is very effective.
I think that there's two other things I'd like to say. So it's a massive subject. One thing that we won't go into today, I think, is the confused and jumbled kind of accounts of the origins of singing bowls, which I've got my own thoughts on. But suffice to say that the traditions with maybe not called singing bowls. Singing bowls is a modern term. It's something that's only come around in the last 30 or 40 years. They weren't referred to as singing bowls in hundreds of years ago. In other cultures, in China and in Japan, they weren't called singing bowls. And this is one of the problems, I think, when people are researching the history of them. But there were a couple of things that I wanted to say about singing bowls, and that is that you can get old singing bowls that are very powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, antiques are anything over 100 years old. You say they're cheaper than gold. Well, actually, some of those are quite expensive.
Good gold, very expensive too.
And then the modern ones have churned out, and again, it can be a problem because some of the modern ones are very, very nice and very beautiful sounding, and others are not so good. The other thing I wanted to say, Eileen, was this idea that very often we're playing singing bowls in groups, in more than one, in groups of 3, 4, even 5, even more. And I think this combinations of singing bowls is very powerful because of the entrainment between the different singing bowls, and it creates this
a little set.
And it creates this entrainment between the.
We have a video about entrainment.
We've explained what this entrainment means and why it's significant in sound therapy. We're not going to go into that today, but I just thought I'd make that point that why use 3 or 5 singing bowls when you can just use one. One can be very powerful, but having a group and the entrainment between them is really actually what I think really makes them winners.
And for the sound therapy point of view, that singing bowl, that I say, is very friendly. It can go with many other instruments. I can go with gong, and what instrument can go with singing bowl?
They're so friendly. They're so other instrument friendly. I mean, I think one of the things about them is very strange the way that generally with musical instruments, if you've got two pipes that are tuned to different scales, they won't play. You can't play them together because they just don't match. Whereas singing bowls can be tuned to not any scale particularly. They have a dominant note, but you can play other. It's really interesting the way that they seem to match. They seem to be okay in a way that other pitched instruments wouldn't be. I don't really understand that. There must be some psychoacoustic reason for that. I don't think the research has been done in it either. It's a really interesting topic, though, I think. But then, of course, we love to play them in context of gong bars, don't we? They're lovely as an introduction and at the beginning of
Gordon,
gong
every
bars.
time we do the online gong bars now, every time Gordon say, you play the singing bowl. I play the gong.
You know why?
So I'm the job.
We go back to what we
Pressing
first started talking about, which is that it's a very relaxing sound. It's so non-confrontational. And so it is a lovely way of getting people relaxed, isn't it? That's, I think, one of the reasons why we like to use them in gong. Many people like to use them in gong bars.
Yeah, so here is a little clip of the singing bowl. I play the singing bowl. He played the gong. So this is a video of me playing the singing bowl. I hope you like it. And please subscribe our video. We have many interesting story and the instrument to share with you. We see you next time. And also we got online gong bells. Please check QR code here.
And down below.
Down below. See you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.